Oh, yeah. Welcome into the Art House, a production brought to you by the Real Slim Shady. Though, hang on a second here. There we go. Now it's legit. Two people here. Announce yourselves. Is the microphone on? I checked none of the settings tonight. No settings were checked for this. Pulled out all the stops. There is a young Australian beaming from my head, right around there. Right there. Deceased, though, unfortunately. The last Australian hero. Purple Squish, what's up, man? All right, what are we doing here tonight? We got an alpha box break. I probably should have announced in the Discord that I was going live. Things were happening. We had 3 auctions ending tonight at 9 o'clock in the Collector Art House Discord and the Sorcery Community Facebook group. We got, what is going on here? This is weird. All right. Slipped into a bad neighborhood. All right, hang on. All right, guys. General. Captain Mud Donkey. So we're breaking a box of alpha, and we have how many people? People signed up in the Collector Art House Discord. That's usually where I announce it, and also the Collector Art House Patreon. Although I might have forgotten Patreon this time, to be honest. I always put a channel in the Discord. That's where people sign up for the alpha breaks. And we have 4 people tonight. 10 packs, 9 packs, 15, and 5. That should equal an even 29, 39. An even 39. 39. Divisible by 3 tonight. And we're going to shuffle up the packs, do it a little differently. It'll be a blender style break. And we're going to look at some stuff, and we're going to announce some things. But what are those things is the question. What are those things? All right, so I put out a video. Oh, please, by the way, someone liked this video on Facebook. So this streams to the Collector Art House Facebook page. There's a Collector Art House Facebook page, and there's a Collector Art House Facebook group, and there's a Sorcery Contested Realm community group. It's the largest group for Sorcery on Facebook. We have how many members now? 5,372 members. When we hit 6,000, which will happen, hopefully soon, hopefully Gothic will be a catalyst. When we hit the 6,000, there's going to be a massive giveaway event. I might put out a video maybe this coming week if I get to it. I am adding an original painting to the 6,000 member giveaway at the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group. So I've had several initiatives to promote growth of the group, basically, awareness of the group, try to grow the sorcery community. And this painting is going to be by an artist that was part of did a painting. It has been commissioned for Legend CCG. So I put out a video this morning of Legend CCG announcing the great Vivian Calazans. So this painting is going to be from a different artist, one that you guys aren't familiar with. But why am I giving it away for a 6,000 sorcery community group, Facebook group member giveaway, you ask? Well, because sorcery is an amazing game and it's an amazing art project. And the art transcends the game, right? The art industry. I think it's a renaissance of hand-painted traditional art. And I want to advocate for art within the game of sorcery and beyond. So part of what I would like to do is leverage sorcery as a platform for art awareness within the game, but then also beyond. Like you get to know the sorcery artists, the sorcery alterists, all the different artistic aspects of sorcery, and start to appreciate art beyond sorcery, including other games potentially that are dedicated to hand-painted traditional art, or even beyond the TCG realm, right? So we've worked with several altarist artists who wholly paint on the face of sorcery cards, right? That's what a card altar is. You take an officially printed sorcery card, and then the artist repaints the entire thing in their own concept, their own vision for what that art could be, given, maybe the title, maybe the gameplay mechanic. I know like Dustin Broussard is also a player. He plays many TCGs. He's really into TCGs, actually, and actually game design itself. He has some game design background, which is awesome. He's also a freaking tattoo artist, so he can paint anything, literally anything, including my face when he's ready. I'm just waiting for it to spruce up my forehead a little bit. So, as I was saying, there's this game Legend CCG. There's an artist in there that I think does great work, and she actually did this one painting that looks like a avatar. It looks like it could be an avatar. It's not for either game, actually. It's personal project. I guess she does a lot of personal projects as well. So I'm going to give away a painting once the group hits 6,000 members, introduce the group to a new artist. I also announced, Josh, the creator of Legend CCG, announced that one of the altars that I work with for Sorcery altars, Andrina Jardim of the Alterland, has been commissioned for Legend CCG. And today I announced that Vivian Calazans, you guys know the Calazans name? Kyle Calazans is an amazing artist in Sorcery, and his wife is actually an amazing artist. I've had Kyle on the channel several times. I've interviewed him, and in my interview with him, if you go to, actually, let's just go to the website. Why not? Why not? Since we're all here, all 9 of us. All 9. Let me see here. Sometimes people watch on Facebook and then the YouTube. All right, so if you go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group, you see we have 5,372 members. We just had a spicy auction going on. When I go to the overhead cam, I guess I could show you guys the early development playtest cards, which is a really big deal because they're super rare and very interesting. So if we go to, what do we actually want to go to? CollectorArthouse.com. So if you go to CollectorArthouse.com, it's the largest curated content library of all interest categories you can imagine. I have a guest author that covers the gameplay, Jeff Rosato. And Sean actually helped with an article. Sean's one of my admins in the Collector Art House Discord and validates the private bids and things like that. He actually wrote an article about comparing the differences between alpha and beta and all the nuances and differences when they printed beta. But we have gameplay articles on the website here. The shop page is just nothing. I think it just says, hey, I have a Patreon. So maybe someday I'll do a shop tree and I offer playmats. I work with the artists to offer playmats, sometimes direct sale, artist proofs, altars, different things like that through the Patreon. But I might actually do a Shopify page someday where I can offer the playmats. But right now you get the playmats through Patreon. You can sign up at the free tier and just stake claim, or at the paid tiers, you get discounts. So the first tab, all about what is Sorcery, right? If you're new to the game, and some of you guys watching, a lot of people discover Sorcery through my YouTube channel, or discover my channel and all my platforms through YouTube, because they're not on Facebook, they're not on Discord or Instagram. I got an Instagram too, Collector Art House. But this tells you all about the game, all the beautiful original art, the brilliant tie of the titles, gameplay mechanic, flavor text, yada, yada. We have a curated library of almost all of the alpha original paintings. This is an amazing page on the site. So you can just, guys, if you have one of those Oculus 3D things, just slap that thing on your face and look at this page. It's next level, because you can do the thing where you're sitting in a movie theater and you see this like at massive scale, or click on any individual one, and see the full artwork. This one actually wasn't used yet. It's called Black Knights. We thought maybe we'd see it in Arthurian Legends, but Brian Smith did this painting and it wasn't used. It wasn't used in alpha, wasn't used in beta, was not used in Arthurian Legends. So who knows? Maybe this will be in Gothic. I don't know. They were Black Knights, but you could change the title to Demon Knights or something. I don't know. There's worms in there, guys. There's worms. All right. Big ass worms. All right. So you get all the paintings. I guess that one was out of place because I also have, and so is this Kyle Calzan's one that was not used in alpha. But if you go to the unconfirmed page, there's a bunch of paintings done by many artists that have not been confirmed for, or have not been used in alpha and beta, have not even been confirmed for a future set. But, I do have this one here by Brian Smith in Spellcraft form. We expect this is a great candidate for Gothic, This one, I think he called Good Book. It's this book. Okay, I thought it was Good Book. But the guy's reading a book and he's a skull. So I don't know. Maybe that's in Gothic. I actually have a playtest card of this Kyle Calazans painting that was not used. So anyway, I digress on that. There's a bunch of amazing artworks here that have not been used, have been commissioned for painting, but for Sorcery, or perhaps licensed and used on an early development playtest card or in the early days of Tabletop Simulator, not yet used in the game. So that's what that page is. Behind the art articles. This is an awesome page. I'm really proud of this one. I was the first to start doing behind the art concepts. The company also does this from time to time now. Actually, no, they do more like little artist vignettes more so. But here you can go to the page, click on any page like Predestination, and here is a story. Everything in blue here is from Severin. She told me the story of how Eric commissioned Predestination, which is actually, I wrote this before it became Keith Era Mechanism. So in the early days and in sample card form, it was called Predestination. And this is the article and the story all about how Severin came up with this concept and some insights on the art direction. Here's the original painting. Behind me is the original painting. So I'm really honored and happy to own that. I also own the original sketch. And really incredible. There's a whole library of behind the art content. We have the card library, so all the alpha cards, all the Arthurian Legend cards, and then all the cards organized by artist. So you could click on any artist name, Jesse Pilkis. You know, we just had a painting offer from him that just closed of Sir Mordred. And you go see all of his cards right in one spot. Artist bios, you go here, you can find their social media. You can find Andrea Modesti's website, a little vignette, a little blurb about what their style is, links to their website, to their other social media. So here you can find Mikhail Nagy-Paul on Instagram, Facebook. You can click here. It'll jump you to find an artist interview with Mikhail Nagy-Paul. I have a whole library of articles and interviews. So just scroll down here. They're tagged. You know, there's this little banner here that says this is an artist interview. This is one of the new artists for Gothic, Pedro Ferreira. Go read about Pedro, get to know him, his background. Here's an article about the best cards in Sorcery. This article, I was telling Rosato, so Rosato wrote this from a game player perspective back in November, late November, November 26th, you know? He was thinking about his turkey coming up, and he banged out this article. And I published it, and this one still gets a ton of views. There's a lot of interest in this topic. So I told him, hey, we should dust that off and see how has the meta changed now, as Arthurian Legends has been out for quite a while now. That was only like a couple months into it, and the meta is fleshed out and evolved and whatnot. So we might revisit that one. So lots of artist articles, and then Collector's Corner is really fun. If you look at the sub channels here, you got everything. You got the alpha set data, which has all the pop reports for all the different rarities. You have art collections. You click here, you go see all of the bunch of original paintings, you know, that people have purchased or the artists have offered. I got several of them here. I'm going to post a lot more. I got some of the sketches, concept sketches for those artworks. So really, really nice library of art, enthusiasm stuff, artist proof gallery. So beautiful gallery of many artist proofs from several different artists. So you get to scroll here, just like the full art page. Really enjoy. I mean, the stunning artwork. You get to see this every single day in the Sorcery community group. New art from Sorcery artists, from some of the brilliant altarists doing art for on Sorcery cards. And what else is in here? So we have altar card gallery, artist proofs. Now we have altars, right? Andrina Jardim, Atlas Thorn. And I got to update this because there's been a lot of great ones since, but look at this freaking Atlas Thorn artwork, man. Unbelievable. Dustin Brossard, freaking guy, is a legend. Marta Molina, an artist in Sorcery, altering her own cards. Pietro De Cero, super popular Italian artist. Vivian Calazans just commissions her first publication commission for Legend CCG. Congrats to Vivian Calazans. Really honored to have had the privilege to announce that today in my video. You guys can go watch that later. And what else we got? Curio cards. You can click here. You can find all of the curio cards from Alpha, Beta, Arthurian Legends, a full description of every one, a write-up article. What is a curio card? What do you look for? How do you find it? Where do you typically find it? And then the catalog of all of them. So you can scroll through. You can see all the Alpha curios. Click on one, get a description. This actually has a link to a very detailed article I wrote about the nine-piece curio. Oop, cancel scan. We almost had a virus scan there. All right, so you go back to the top, and you could click Alpha Curios. Will jump you right down, or say I want to see the Arthurian Legends Curios. Click Arthurian Legends, and it automatically scrolls down to that section, get all the data on the Arthurian Legends Curios. So I often hear from people that's a very helpful page. The sample card gallery, many of the sample cards I have listed here in picture form. Also, people always miss this. They say, Mike, where do you get that data on the sample card? So this is done by Eric out in West Coast, Eric, ARIC, Eric. There is this Google Sheets document hosted here on the Collector Art House website. If you guys want to collaborate with me for content on the Collector Art House website, help me structure it. If you have web design skills, reach out to me. I need some help keeping up with the content, all these different pages and stuff. It's a really extensive content library, and there's new art coming constantly, new paintings, new alters, new artist proofs. So it's really hard to keep up with the pages. But this spreadsheet tells you all about all of the sample cards that have been discovered, everything that has been publicly shown on a YouTube channel, everything that has been posted for sale in Discord. Eric reaches out to them. He's like, where did you get that? Was it from a pre-con sample deck? Was it from a sample pack? If so, was it from the collector? Was it from the Kickstarter campaign? There was packs from that. Or was it the early sample packs that were given out to influencers and things like that? They had the art on the packs. Was it from the Team Covenant samples that were given to them by the company and they disseminated through their Arthurian Legends orders? All that information, all aggregated here, tells you at all the different rarities, how many of each there are, and then what the source is. And it actually has the link. So you can see this is the most beautiful like provenance source there is, because you can go to the source page, right? Sources. And you go down this row. Look how many times it says Collector Art House, because I opened a ton of sample packs on the channel. But there's other people, Red Zone Rogue, Team Covenant, Ted's Basement, other guys like on these are guys on Discord, right? And he has the Discord link to when they posted it and sold it. He has private messages. He DM'd with people to get the information. But where it was open on YouTube, like go to any of these Collector Art House ones, and you can click the video and watch me open that pack. So on the card page, it says, here's a rare, Atlantean Fate, right? Here's an example. So it's an elite rarity. There's been one pulled from sample packs, or no, one total from packs, none from the pledge packs, and the one that came out of the packs was from the silver pack, right? So it was the unmarked pack, not part of the Kickstarter pledge. And then if you want to know the source, you keep scrolling to the right. Is this the one that has the source? Maybe it's filtered, actually. I was looking at this earlier on my phone, and maybe it was unfiltered. There's a source column. Oh, okay, I see. All right, so on rare polls, the source it's not marked as source, but I'm looking at Atlantean Fates, and it has source number 4. So there's one from the silver pack. It's from source number 4. I go to the sources page. Number 4 is Collector Art House. Pack type was silver. I opened that pack on March 19th, 2023. So over 2 years ago, I opened the only copy of Atlantean Fate in sample pack form that has ever been discovered. The only sample card of that ever. And you can click the link and you can watch me do it on YouTube there. I mean, this is like godly work, a godly historical document, the Grail of Grails. I'm super appreciative to Eric for doing the work on this and making it happen. All right, so I want to go to now, what else is under Collector's Corner? We got sample packs. We got all of the Spellcraft cards. So I personally own almost all of these, actually, at this point. A few I offered for auction via consignment, but quite a collection of one of the earliest cards ever made by Eric in New Zealand. And then another original painting gallery. I think that's where I started. All right, so, Art Collections was actually a collection of art across the community. So anyone that owns a painting, whether it be an artist, an individual, whatever the case may be, and then the original painting gallery, I think where I started with, this is every single painting that I have sold personally or either direct sale or auctioned. And again, this was kind of like early on. I got to update this. I think I've probably sold, it's got to be like 75 to 100 painting sales at this point over the last 2+ years. So really awesome. That's an overview of the website, guys. So go enjoy all the content. That site is entirely free for anybody to go enjoy and check out. Let me see. So, all right, the painting ended, and we're at $1,000 on the new sample card. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And then the Alpha Breaks, Alpha Break 12 Showtime. We usually have like a thematic thing for what the Alpha Break is about. So here are the 4 contestants. I actually need to load them up on the Wheel of Names. So what we're going to do is go to Wheel of Names. We're going to pop them in there. We got Roberto's. for 10. I don't know the mark that they paid. We got Koyubi.tcg. Oh, I deleted the K for 9er. We got Captain Mud Monkey for 15. And we got Ziggly for 5. So 4 people. Hey, what's up, Sam? What's great? The website or the spreadsheet from Eric, I assume? The guy's a god. But the website's a great curated resource of everything, and I'm very grateful to the community that collaborates with me to enhance the content and offer more content. So it's a natural synergy. I was super into sample packs. I've opened over 30 on the channel. It's a thing that I've deep dived in and I've done exhaustive analysis on. And Eric got very interested, and he went nuts on it, man, with that spreadsheet, with his research. We did 2 videos that's like a guide to sample cards, which has like everything you could ever want to know. We had a PowerPoint slide presentation. It was amazing. Getting a phone call here, guys. So hang on. Hello? Ma? Yeah. Yeah, I called earlier. Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for calling back. Yeah. Why'd you change the locks? Why'd you change the locks on the house? I'm a collector? What? I don't play the game enough? Come on, Ma. I got the kids. I'm a busy guy. I can't be playing games all the time. I like hard work. All right. Just give me a key. Let me back in. All right. I'll sleep in the car tonight. All right. Love you. Bye. All right, guys. I think we got it worked out. I'm back. I'm out of the doghouse. Ma's going to let me in tomorrow. I'm sleeping in the car tonight. All right. Who else is up in here? We got Dan. We got Fab Rock, New York. Purple Squish. I think I already said that. Captain Mud's here to see the action. All right, so what we need to do is we got the wheel ready. We got what we're going to need here is an overhead cam. Extra camera. I got to mute my phone too. People are wait. Oh, you know what it is? I got the Discord channel app, so I'm hearing those beeps. All right, so we got to kill those people. We got to get rid of them on the Discord and kill those beeps. Nope. Overhead cam, guys. All right, guys. We got the axe tool over there. We got a keyboard here. We got the Collector Art House playmat variant here. I still have a lot of I have a lot of single players with the Collector Art House logo. And I'll do giveaways and stuff like that. But if you guys are interested, you could order those. I offered those the cheapest because a lot of people like, hey, you Mama Luke, I don't like that logo in there. Get that out of here. No problem. I also have it without the logo. And obviously, these are not official Sorcery playmats because they don't say Sorcery on them. It's just the artwork, right? And it has the Collector Art House logo, and it has Severin Pino's logo because it's a collaboration with Severin and myself. So it's from Severin. She designed it. We worked together. I had it made. I handle all of the sales logistics and everything, and I pay her a royalty fee on all the sales, so it supports the artists. And it's great. It's a great win. All she had to do was design the playmat, and then I handle everything else. So it's easy for people to purchase it, and I can send it off to you right away. I will keep that one out there, and and I send her money as I sell them. So it's a great win-win and great convenience for the artists. We actually have one Pond pre-order still open for the Pond playmat from Sam McKinnon, and we have the Elemental Avatars from Severin Pino. All 4 Elemental Avatars beautifully laid out on a single player and a 2-player playmat. And the Pond is also single player and 2-player. So you go to Collector Art House Patreon and you can check those out. I'll probably show them while we're doing the break later. But while we were on the topic of sample cards, I wanted to show you guys. This is actually up for auction right now. It just opened up at 9 p.m. Eastern today on the Sorcery Community Facebook group and Collector Art House Discord. This is the Near Miss sample card. So if you went back to the spreadsheet that I just showed you at collectorarthouse.com, you would find Near Miss has only 2 copies in the world ever discovered. To our knowledge, with all of the sourcing between myself, all of my openings, all the work that Eric did, ARIC, to find this card, only 2 discovered, and they were both televised on YouTube. One by Team Covenant, and someone purchased that one. This one is the one that I actually opened on my own channel. So I'm the only one besides Team Covenant to ever discover this in a pack. 2 in the world, right? This is one of the 2. Someone else already resold the one after they got it from Team Covenant with their Arthurian Legends box. And this one has become available. So it's a great opportunity for people to own a Pop 2 card, pre-alpha. Sample cards were cards that were used in the early phase of Sorcery to test the color saturation, work with the printer, just like you would with playmats, right? You always get a sample first and make sure that the card looks good. Is the surface clean, not a lot of scratches. They had to work with the company. They talked about this early on, that they actually invested in the company, like help, I guess, work something out with the company to get better cutting machines and things like that, right? To improve the quality of the cuts before alpha. And that's an aspect. They experimented with corner rounding, so there are slight differences on the sample cards relative to the final alpha print. A lot of it's about, again, the aesthetics of the card, the print quality, the color saturation, which is critically important. Do you want to match the art? Do you want to enhance certain elements to make it more recognizable across the room? Like in TCGs, this is what talk about. This is what a lot of art directors talk about. This is what Eric has talked about. Like, you need the art to be immediately recognizable in the gameplay state. So you see that card, you say like, oh, I know what that card is just by seeing the artwork. I know what it does. It's called near miss, right? So here is the great Jeff Easley, one of the great living legends of fantasy art, who did this artwork. A lot of very amazing things about this card. One, there's only 2 of them discovered so far. Secondly, 0 to cast. It has the quick mechanic. Quick, in early days, only Dodge Roll has that in alpha, but pre-alpha, there were many cards that had the quick mechanic, which meant that you could play this on your opponent's turn, right? So listen to what the card does. Detect a target spell, or deflect a targeted spell to a new target near the old target. So this is really interesting, guys. Again, I want to go back to, let's go back to the overhead cam, because the plot thickens here, right? If I go back to the Sorcery community Facebook group, and I actually posted, you want to join this, please join the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group. How do you find it? You go there, you'll find it as 5,400 members, and you'll find this amazing cover image of Seer by the great Dan Seagrave and Alpha Avatar, right? So join the group. You'll find an amazing historical library. If you click this media tab, this is the greatest page, aside from the Collector Art House, full art page, which I absolutely love, and all the other detailed content. If you go to the media page on the Sorcery Community Facebook group, it's a stunning photo library of so much like original art, sorcery stuff, like insane, like impossibly rare historical cards, just like a wealth of information. People from tournaments. There's Keel from the tournament scene, a bunch of the other guys. Just like old cards, man, original paintings, altars, artist proofs. People from the community, this dude and his daughter like chilling, man, having a great time, winning the champion card. It's a feel-good group, man. It's usually very positive. People do vent and rant like they do anywhere else, like if they get frustrated with stuff, but it really very rarely does it get like toxic or like people getting like aggressive with each other. They're just like, when's this thing gonna release? Like, what's going on here? Or whatever the case may be. Like, a Dragon Lord, like, why won't they print some more? And then we talk about it as a community. That's what a community group is for, to talk about community topics. All right, so if you go to the page, I posted earlier today 2 versions of Near Miss. So here's the sample card, which I just showed you guys live. Beautiful card. It looks like it's in very good condition. I mean, sample cards usually grade out around the 9 level, I would say, on average. Sometimes the edging isn't exactly perfect. This is a pretty clean-looking card. The surface, I think, looks really good. The edges actually look pretty clean. This is under very direct lighting, so sometimes it picks up some tiny stuff. But earlier in the day, I posted this, and this was an earlier version, just a digital version. Before they went to sample card print, you had this near miss version, right? And notice some differences here. So in the type line text, it says unique quick magic offering a narrow escape. In the final version, that actually stayed the same. They actually left the decimal or the period at the end of the sentence. I don't think they did that. Let's go. Let's check it out. Go to collectorarthouse.com. Sorcery cards comes right up. Very quick page. Jeff Easley. So we go to his page, and oh, actually, near miss was not used. Oh, that's right, it wasn't used in alpha. So you go to his page, you're not going to find it because it wasn't used in alpha, it wasn't used in beta. So we can't compare. So we only have the early version and the sample card version. But typically, the type line text, I don't think they have punctuation like that at the end. So if this card were to finally make it into a set like Gothic or something else in the future, I think that would be gone. They could even change the type line text. They could change the rarity. They could change anything. But it's a unique. The early digital version, right? This might have been in Tabletop Simulator once upon a time. I actually forget off the cuff. But it says deflect a spell to a nearby target. So in the sample card, it says deflect a targeted spell to a new target near the old target. So that changes, right? So direct a spell to a nearby target. It's a little ambiguous. Well, actually, no. Deflect a spell to a nearby target. All right. So if you are to a nearby target, it's actually a little awkward. All right. So you're going to be targeted by a spell, and it would deflect to something that's nearby, right? So right next to the site where you're at of the thing that the thing's at that was targeted. So they changed that to say deflect a targeted spell to a new target near the old target, which I guess more or less says the same thing. It's just a lot wordier, which is interesting because usually they go in the other direction and try to streamline and clean up the text, but maybe they thought that was more clear. You see the online version here has no flavor text. In the sample card version, it says breath starts and the heart skips a beat. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. So that sample card is up for auction. There's only 2 of those. You go find more about that on the Sorcery Community Facebook group. You can bid here on the Sorcery Community Facebook group. Right here in the comments, you could DM me if you want to bid privately. I take a screenshot. I send it to an admin to validate that it's a legitimate bid from somebody else. Or you could join the Collect Art Huts Discord, and you can find the listing there too. And then 24/7, all day, every day, all night. If you've been in Discord, I mirror it in Facebook. So if you're only on Facebook, you know where it's at. If you're only on Discord, you can still participate. You don't have to be on both. That's a great value prop. You know, some people hate Facebook, some people hate Discord, don't even know it exists. Whatever. I don't know. So whatever you want to do, whatever you're into, we try to accommodate everybody as best we can. All right, guys. So that is that. We got the Wheel of Names. Let's go back to the overhead cam. We'll stop screwing around sooner or later. We're only 32 minutes in, so the night is young. So Vivian Calazans. The other thing up this weekend is an original painting from Vivian Calazans. So I want to start here with the sample card. I actually need to post a picture of this sample card on the listing so you guys can see this better. I did post a video short so you can see it and a few pictures with this sitting on top of the painting, you know, so you can kind of see it side by side. But it's a gorgeous take by the great Vivian Calazans, husband of Kyle Calazans. She really influenced his work and vice versa. They really learn from each other, which is awesome. A husband and wife couple that's both into artwork and both like amazing talents. You know, you look at this and you're like, it's different stylistically from Kyle, but you can see this and you can kind of like appreciate maybe some inspirations from the Valley of Delight, right? Just the picturesque water and flowers and stuff that fill the garden. And then the Great Blasted Oak, which absorbs the damage and protects its surrounds, but you have a bunch of corpses around it, right? So it's kind of like a ground zero area where everything just got destroyed. And you have this ominous raven, I guess, which is really cool because he's got the red eyes and there's these like mysterious red eyes coming out of the oak. So you have this altar, and then brilliantly, she did an original painting, oil on stretched canvas. I believe it was oil off the cuff, yeah. On mounted on the stretched canvas. So you see the canvas board here. It actually has the dimensions right on there. 20 by 30 centimeters is the size. When you have stretched canvas, this is how they do it. They stretch it over board, staple it down. So literally stretch the canvas over the board, nail it down. So you could put a nail on the wall or a framing hook or whatever, and you could just display it as is, right? Or if you'd like, you can get a frame and really kind of accent or enhance this in your own vision, however you do like really augment this and make it look super cool. But it's a gorgeous painting. It's really awesome that there's a matching altar, so both are being offered together for the wonderful Vivian Calazans. So just wanted to give a shout out to Vivian, congratulate her on her commission for Legend CCG. It'd be awesome if she got an opportunity in Sorcery, but we'll see. Kaio's getting a lot of opportunities, and he's doing tremendously well. So I'm really happy for Kaio. Let me see here, guys. All right, we've got the near miss we talked about. Now I want to talk about one more altar, and then we're going to get into the break. So the brilliant Atlas Thorn was commissioned. It was announced earlier this year that the great Atlas Thorn was commissioned for Sorcery. So we started by doing altars for Magic the Gathering. I discovered Atlas about a year ago. I've worked with him to offer many of his altars, and actually recently original paintings as well. So just like Vivian, he'll do an altar, and then he'll do a painting concept that pairs and matches with the altar, which is really exciting and fun to own both, right? Because then it has a tie in a way to the game, right? You can enjoy that card in play, and then you're playing with your buddy, and you got it right there on the wall. It's really awesome. And owning original art is incredible. And oftentimes, since it's not published art, it's still very valuable, but it's not selling at quite the same premium that a published piece in the game typically does, right? So you can get it at like a more approachable price for a lot of folks, which is great. So Atlas did this card for Primordial Spring, right? So you guys know Primordial Spring from. All right, Dan's out of here. All right, Dan, you're gonna miss the next big reveal here, man. So you probably just throw the phone in the cup holder, but be safe. All right, dude. We'll catch you later. Primordial Spring by Atlas Thorn, altered by Atlas Thorn, right? So here is this brilliant little critter, cute as hell, right? This is like a hallmark of Atlas Thorn. Oh, wait, let me, this is why I'm getting so much glare. I'll do that. Oh, do I want to do that? That was actually, I don't know. Is that better, guys? All right, I guess it's a little better. All right, so Primordial Spring. I got 3 different lights going on here, so I'm trying to get it worked out. The Primordial Spring is an elite site of Primeval Bounty. Genesis, if you control fewer sites than any opponent, draw 3 sites. So it's actually a pretty interesting card. You can choose to play fewer sites, right? Let your opponent have 1 more than you, and then you draw 3 cards. So pretty high value on this bad boy. It's an elite, so you can run 2 copies in your deck. And it's just a gorgeous artwork by Atlas Thorn. So much detail. I mean, the finished quality, the concept's always touching and brilliant. So you have that from Atlas Thorn. And the next original painting coming up this week for auction, we'll probably run this one Sunday to Friday, I believe. To pair with that will be an original from Atlas Thorn. All right, so here you go, guys. This freaking painting here. So it's large, right? It's the size of my chest, which is big. It's a big chest. All right. So what I need to do here is do one of those, right? So you can see this a little better. So I'm about to show you guys a painting here from Atlas Thorn. Of course, I'll get a picture so you can see this a little better resolution and a video short. But here is the next original from Atlas Thorn. This is going to blow your mind, guys. When you see this under much better lighting conditions, this painting is remarkable. I mean, the guy's a freaking master, absolute pro. That's why he was commissioned for Sorcery, because he's one of the greats, right? One of the best to do it out there, in my opinion. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can show you a bit of it under the overhead cam so you guys can appreciate some of the detail before we get into this break. All right, so from Atlas Thorn, his vision of Primordial Spring. God, guys, the waterfall on this guy. Oh my God. Look at the face on this guy. All right, hang on. This one. All right, that is less harsh. Oh my God. Look at this freaking painting, guys. Is anyone out there? The chat's so quiet. Dan left, everybody left. Look at this gorgeous, unbelievable painting. All right, maybe I should zoom out and I can get more of it into the frame. Look at this thing. It literally looks like a high quality photograph. It literally looks like a freaking photograph. I mean, who paints like this? It looks like a picture, you know, like a scene, an animated movie, a scene out of like an animated movie or a cartoon, you know. And his guy's face is just like so innocent, so sweet and innocent. Look at the face on this guy. Look how precious that is. This is a painting that the wife allows in the house, you know. She barely allows you in the house, but she would tolerate a painting like this. So, absolutely remarkable work by Atlas Thorn. The guy is just out of this world, and so proud to have the privilege to work with the guy and call him a friend. All right, so there you have it, the original by Atlas Thorn. Man, that is unbelievable. I had to look at it one more time. All right, guys. So, shortest intro you've ever seen. It's only about 40 minutes. We're going to get into a box of alpha. All right. And then after the box break, I might actually show you guys some more playtest cards. We just had a great sale of the 4 elemental avatars. I guess I said I would show those. So I'll show those here before they get shipped off. These are also extremely rare. I'll talk about this later after the break if there's time. But these were cards printed by Eric Olofsson, the creator of Sorcery, in New Zealand, a local print shop. And very few of these were given out to a few folks to play test the game. And a set was given out to Red Zone Rogue, which I now own. Not these ones. These ones were from another source, which I described in the auction listing. Someone had contributed to the game early on. But these are very rare. They're kind of like, I liken them to like the alpha gamma cards from what they had, these like epsilon cards. They had like all these like Greek terms for these cards from Magic the Gathering, right? The early ones, like you print at home when you're mocking up card designs and you're just playing the game, play testing the game with your buddies or whatever other developers to get feedback. That's the provenance, you know. These are really beautiful, rare, coveted collectibles. Avatar of Wind, you know, there's some awesome nuances to these that are really unique and special. So how are we going to do this, guys? Do you want to do the which playmat do you want to see? The Philo Stone or the I'm here watching the Yankees just win over the Red Sox? Cracking a brew, man. That sounds good. That sounds like fun. Do you want to go with the Philo Stone playmat or let's go with the Elemental Avatars playmat. After I label up we had really good luck with the Elemental Avatars. Oh, there are names on the back. All right, these are old dividers that I used in the past. So I'm going to peel those off, and we're going to put the new 4 people on these. Then I'm going to grab the Elemental Avatars playmat, which again is still open for pre-order. You just go to the Collector Art House Patreon. Sign up at the free tier. You'll be able to see the public post, and you'll be able to comment against that post for an order you want to place. You can or you can sign up at any paid tier, and you'll get the best available pricing. You'll get a discount on every playmat, and you'll actually save a lot of money. You basically covers your cost of the Patreon for an extended period of time, depending on how many you buy, naturally. And try it out. See if you find value in the Patreon, or if you just want to support my efforts with Collector Art House, the website, the Instagram, the YouTube channel, the community group, the several Facebook groups, the artist interviews, the research. I don't know, man. I'm tired of sticking. I can't keep track of it all. Go to my link tree and you find all the links to the different things. All right, so I got to move some things around to create space. So I got to move some Grail cards. Got the Fields of Camelon over there. Camlin. We got the Axe Tool. We got Top Loaders and Pennies. We got Breakers. Get in there, baby. Get in there. All right, so Elemental Avatars. 2-player mat. We went with a much thicker mat this time than the first round. So, yeah, as I was saying, you could order this in single-player or 2-player. This is the 2-player mat. It's larger than my overhead cam can handle at that distance from the desk. I have collaborating with the artists. I will have this one's open for pre-order as well as the Pond playmat. Both are in single player and 2-player availability. So that's a pre-order window. I'm getting another sample print of those sent to me, worked out. They're actually working that out now with the printer. I hope to get those soon. I'm hoping this coming week I'll get those. I got an update Thursday from him, I think it was. He was saying he's working with the printer, trying to get a more reliable timeline for me. So I'm leaving that order window open until those come in. But you can order the Elemental Avatars playmat. Again, all of these are in collaboration with the artists themselves. Has nothing to do with Eric's Curiosa. It's just me working with the artist. So the artist makes a percentage of the proceeds from all these sales. So it'll be this one, Pond, Philosopher's Stone. I still have available in stock right now, Philosopher's Stone with and without my logo in the middle, Bower of Bliss, and Key Theorem Mechanism. All right. So we got 4 people in for tonight. We have an alpha box, and we said we're going to do a blender break, which means we pull all the packs out of the box, and we're going to mix it all up randomly. So you guys can watch me do that. So then when we draw from the wheel, we got multiple layers of randomization. All 4 of the participants agreed to that approach ahead of time. So no shenanigans. Otherwise, there might have been shenanigans. But all right, so we're going to mix up these packs and create a pile of packs and just kind of mix-match them all around. There's probably no great way to do this. I don't want to, bang them around in a box. I did a case break where I blended a whole case, which is pretty nutty. And let's do it like this. Recreate a few stacks. Just grabbing cards off the table at random. Yeah, I mixed them all up in this big bearish case box. And blended 6 boxes. I'm choking on the neoprene, man. Those fresh print playmats, those babies got to air out. So I just blended them up, an entire case of packs, and I did a 4-hour break. It was absolutely insane. That one's upside down. All right, that playmat is so dope. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful playmat. I'm super excited about it. I think it's absolutely stunning, and people are going to freak out and absolutely love it. When you go to an event or you go to your LGS and you bring this freaking playmat, you're going to be the boss. And people are going to be like, who is that boss? What is that playmat? How do I get that playmat? That's what's going to happen. I guarantee you. Because it's freaking, look at it. I mean, just look at it. It's insane. With or without extremely harsh light conditions. I think we need the bright lights, though, for when we get into the packs. So that's how we'll do it. It's absolutely unbelievable. I don't know. This guy Leo was a jinx last time, but I love my buddy Leo. What can I say, man? I'm a Leo guy. So we're gonna rock Leo tonight. This is not for sale. I bought this card for myself, for my own personal enjoyment. I love Leo. He's a great Italian. All right. Hopefully he doesn't do anything dumb to shame me. You never know. You never know with people these days. There's a lot of insane madness going on in the world these days. All right, guys. So here we go. First spin of the wheel. We're into the break within the first hour, which is amazing. Captain Mud Monkey. Captain Mud. Oh, my God. All right, now that I can breathe, we got Captain Mud Monkey. Is the largest player tonight at 15 packs. Diamond hands. Absolute diamond hands about to come. So glad I was able to get an alpha precon. Love the art for the avatars. Unfortunately, didn't have enough cash to buy an alpha booster box. Bought a good amount of beta, though. Nice, man. Yeah, I freaking YOLO. I'm still going to do a crosshair, Mud. I YOLO'd my face off on the Kickstarter. I was one of the top 4 backers. And I'm not a rich guy, guys. I just freaking YOLO'd my face off. I just sometimes you got to live a little, right? And the rest is history. Just love the project. Love art. Love the approach. Brilliant, brilliant game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Love the game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ma's a little upset. You guys learned on the phone call that I don't play it enough, can't make everybody happy and play enough. Real bad guy. Just loves art, loves to collect things. All right, man. All right. God sniped, he says. Someone wanted the Jussie Pilkus painting. Man, you guys got to come back. You guys set an alarm, guys, so you don't miss the close of the auctions. The Jussie Pilkus painting was a steal of a deal, man. His art is awesome. So, the story goes, all right, Captain Mud Monkey. Eric was looking for an artist. He told me this, in the early days. He was looking for an artist, did he tell me this, or did he say it in the Discord? I don't know. It all runs together. But he said he was looking for an artistic style like Quentin Hoover. And he found Jussie, just on Instagram, I believe. And the interesting thing is, Jussie Pilkus, he's a real chill guy, man. He doesn't, do anything on social. Jussie Pilkus, man. The freaking karma. He doesn't, do a lot of social media. So, I think did he send me his full art paintings? I think he did send them to me a while back. I got to ask him again. I was like, dude, I need pictures of your paintings so I could put them in my full art gallery on the website. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I really don't do that social media stuff, He's like, yeah, I should probably update my Instagram and show my portfolio and stuff. He's like, yeah, maybe I'll do that someday. Yeah. He just never did it. He just doesn't do it. He's like, I'm not doing it. So it just never happened. All right, rest in peace. That's a nice one. Common sense. God, Alpha is great, guys. Alpha is great. Hey, congrats, Captain, on the job, dude. That's awesome, man. Congrats. All right. And how much did it eventually go for? How much did what go for? Oh, the painting? $2,600 for Sir Mordred, which is dirt cheap, man. I just paid don't tell the wife, man. I just paid a lot of money for a freaking painting. Big time painting, guys. Massive painting. Maybe not in size, but in stature. Unbelievable painting I just got. I haven't revealed it yet. I'm debating, do I reframe it or do I keep the frame? Because I bought it from a guy who bought it from a big guy, And it's pretty amazing. I got to tell you. It's an absolute grail, and I don't use that term lightly, nor loosely. You guys know I wouldn't do that. Nightmare. There's a banger. All right, guys. Are we going to hit a foil tonight? What do you think, Captain? I don't know, man. Yeah, it was a heck of a deal on the Jussie Pilkus. We might have a couple more Jussies coming. Oh, I love the Witherwing Hero, man. What a great artwork. Let me see. What's better, guys? This lighting or this lighting? Is that too dark? I don't know. The zoom, let's try a couple packs like that. The zoom seems to handle that a little better. But we could I could also adjust this light. Do one of those. What do you think of that? Really illuminates my face a little too much, though. A little too much face. I don't want to scare anybody. I also don't want to get a light tan on my forehead. All right. Hey-oh! Polar berry bats. All right, so let's test it now. The bats. Is it too washed out? That might be a little too much light, guys. What do you think? I could do one of these. Ooh, that's kind of sexy. It's not bad. Play with that a little bit. Bostrel. Oh, there's a Bostrel in there. Not a Curio, though. Okay. So that would prompt us to get our act together, get some top loaders, and get some sleeves. It's a nice civilized break here. All right. So the Palaberry Bats is the first foil out of the box. We sleeve all the foils, top load them up. My wife would murder me for my life insurance if we spend $2,600 on a painting, dude. And that's like considered cheap in Sorcery. That's like a freaking steal. That's the crazy thing, man. That's like dirt cheap for Sorcery standards. I mean, we've had some really big time sales and auctions on some Grail paintings. I do have a Grail painting coming up. I don't know, potentially in a few weeks or so. I'm not sure when. I'm trying to think through the timing. Ooh, Undertow. All right, guys. So we got an exceptional. Man, it's a really nice painting, too. Kyle Calazans. We were talking about Kyle and his wife, Vivian, earlier. What a freaking artist that guy is. And he just gets better and better, too. There's no stopping Kyle. It's only upside for that guy. He's so young. He probably thinks I'm a washed up old man, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I wonder if I identify as like a peer to Kaio, or if I'm like, hey, look at this crazy old man that that's auctioning my paintings and artist proofs. You like the foil sites? Yeah, man. What's up, Nick? Thanks for joining tonight. I appreciate when you guys join, when you comment. It's more fun when you comment in the chat. Oh, all right, so we're hitting a streak of foils. It's lower rarity, but this is a great card. The Sacred Scarabs. Deathrite deal 3 damage to each unit here. What a freaking menace. He only has 1, so you really don't want to F with him. He's going to pop you for 3 more. Guy's a pain in the ass to deal with. Oh! Sorcerer, but not Gridlord. I always get excited when I see the Sorcerer, because I really do like that Gridlord. There's a version of the Sorcerer. What are you talking about, Mike? If you're new to the game, there's a version of Sorcerer. The back of it says Gridlord on the back instead of Sorcery. So in the early days, I mentioned Spellcraft earlier. They were experiencing with these top loaders a little tighter. They're experimenting with names of the game before they settled on it. So initially, they were calling the game Atlas or Project Atlas, and then they started calling the game Spellcraft. And they printed, and Eric printed some cards with Spellcraft on the back. Instead of Sorcery Contested Realm, and then ultimately they settled on Sorcery Contested Realm. So really interesting history there. All right. I'm going to have to get rid of this top of the box. Get rid of the keyboard. All right. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys that regularly attend on Friday nights. Some guys that are here like every time. So it's a lot of fun seeing you and engaging with you. Sometimes we hit like 20 to 40 people. Some nights a little slower. We got, 10 to 15 people. I think we maybe at 20 at one point. So 10 to 20. Friday night can be difficult for people, especially, back to school now, summer, catching up, spending time with family. And then they watch it back. But I don't know, man. My content varies widely, so the views aren't usually popping off. It's the nature of the channel, covering art and the collector aspect of things. Really, the channels that really thrive are gameplay channels. Because people, if you offer something like a utility beyond collecting or offering art in different variants, Warp Spasm's a nice hit. Then people go there because they want to see, learn how to play, learn about the rules, get insights on combos, mechanics, different things like that. But the art house, we do what we love, and we love collecting cards, paintings, original art, ultimate horror. So we're hitting. I think was that licensed, man. I swear that was on the box of Ultra Pro sleeves or something like that. I know they license Ian Miller's work a lot, so you tend to see it there, and people recognize his art and his art style because he's been around for so long. He's kind of a legend in the fantasy art scene. All right, I think there's a foil in here, dude. What did we hit? What did we hit here? Heat Ray. It's a Jeff Easley. I started seeing that yellow, and I was like, could we have the Philosopher's Stone? I don't know, man. That would be wild. Another Alpha Foil Stone. I pulled 2 of those on the channel, which is absolutely insane because there's only 248, man, out of 30,000 boxes. 248. It's just like the odds are stupid low. And I don't do like tons of breaks, really. I mean, at most, I'm breaking 1 to 2 boxes per week. I'm not like breaking isn't my main thing. It's just like a opportunity, excuse to engage. My prices are like pretty aligned to market actually currently. But it's an opportunity to do content and talk about the game, right? And talk with fans, showcase art, cards, talk about the history, sample cards, give you guys a tour of the Collector Art House website if you're new to Sorcery. Destroy my voice ahead of the rest of the weekend. All right, I don't know. Maybe the lighting is better here. Hang on. All right, hang on. Got much work. Oh, we got some warm tones. All right, man. 15 packs. You didn't get anything like insane. You did get a handful of foils. So you got 2 ordinaries, the exceptional, and 3 ordinaries and an exceptional. How many Alpha P stones do you think have been pulled? Oh, man, I'd have to think. Were any of the Ian Miller's commissioned for Sorcery? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think he did new paintings. And also, the thing is, when I do that overhead light, I do get a glare reflection off of the top loaders. So that's one downside. But, yeah, I think that's true of... at this point, all of the artists, they weren't. They also did new original artwork for Sorcery and not just licensed work, right? So, for example, Rodney Matthews, everything, I believe every single piece to date except Archimaggio. Arc was licensed. So Archimaggio was done specifically for Sorcery. All the other pieces were previously done works that were licensed for use for the game. And even so, Dwarven Forge in Alpha is a really like pretty famous like level piece from Rodney Matthews that Eric decided he wanted to use in the game, and Rodney agreed. So it's a great story. When I connected with Rodney, I was educating him on TCGs because that really wasn't his thing. That's not his background, right? He does a lot of album cover art and book art and all kinds of amazing projects. And I was talking with Rodney. I talked to him and his wife on the phone. Really amazing, humbling experience talking to Rodney Matthews. I mean, this guy is like Frazetta caliber fantasy art legend. I think he just turned 80 years old recently, I want to say. So he's been around, man. He's been big for decades. He's like a legendary artist, like amazing. So to even just talk to the guy, I have a personal conversation for him to waste his time on a schlub like me. It was heartwarming. I was I'm really touched by that, and he was like really interested, like really engaged in the conversation. He's like really thought it was really interesting, what Sorcery was, I guess, because I don't think he really talked at length with Eric. They might have just corresponded over email, or I don't know if they talked on the phone at all or what, but Eric's a man of few words, right? So I was really educating him on the game quite a bit. And yeah, apparently he was saying like I had mentioned to him that like Eric had told me one time that he thought like Rodney was kind of retired or semi-retired or something. There was some confusion over that, and I told Rodney and his wife that, and they kind of laughed and they're like, "Oh no, like I still paint, and happy to do more." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "All right, well you should go tell Eric that, or I'll tell him too, but you should definitely reach out to him, let him know you'd be willing to do some more commissions." And he did Archimaggio for Arthurian Legends. This was way back like in the Alpha era. And perhaps he's done more. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's more to come or what. I really hope so, because he's such a great artist, great guy. So Archie Mega Zool is in. So guys, again, go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group here. While I got it up, who's on? Who did we just hit? Ziggly. All right. So if you go to the Sorcery Community Facebook group, quick little tangent here. I posted earlier today. You go down, you scroll down, you find some great posts, all types of different topics. All right. Here's a Randy Matthews artwork from his new 2026 calendar. So last year, in 2025, the 2025 year calendar, I have one actually in my office at work, right next to my desk. I look at Rodney Matthews artwork every day. And on each page, there's a painting, right? An artwork from Rodney. And it's an Arthurian Legends themed calendar. And a lot of the paintings, if you go into like some old posts from before Arthurian Legends came out, I showcased like a book from Rodney and his calendar. And I was like, and I did a video actually feature of this. And I was like, I bet this is a real high candidate for sorcery. What were the ones? Like I predicted like a ton of them, man. What were the ones I predicted that I got right? So if you go to Rodney page, I was like, charge, that could work great on a card. The Drosemary pool, that could be in there. Duel, knighthood, purple knight. I don't remember. I didn't know if that had like enough of a central character figure for Eric to actually use that one. But green knight and tournament grounds. So almost all the ones I predicted. There was also like a couple others that I thought like could be potential candidates. But that 2012, you got an Omega. It's awesome. Yeah. So as you know, that 2025 calendar had a lot of Arthurian Legends paintings. Now, if you go to the Facebook group, you scroll a little more beyond this post, you have the new calendar for 2026 called The Darkening, right? The Darkening. Is that not perfect for Gothic? Is it coincidence? Is this going to happen 2 years in a row? Look at the background of this, too. Is that like I love this textured background. I wonder if he painted that. And if that's like another painted piece that Eric might use for box art or something. Who knows? But Arcamaggio is in there. And then like you go to my post, again, join the Sorcery Community Facebook group. In the comments, you'll find a comment. You'll find a link to Rodney Matthews' calendar. So you can go and buy it. And take a look here, guys. We're going to have fun speculating right here in the spot, right? So you got the darkening, you got the cover. Which of these look like they could be potential for Gothic? Look, here's Archie. We're just talking. You're going to see him in February again. You can't get rid of this guy. You cannot ban Archie. So, oh man, it's hard to make. Oh, here we go. Look. So I actually posted about this a long time ago too, because I found this information about the piece, the size, the name. It was called the Hooded Wizard, right? Because all of the avatars are hooded figures. So that's how it was commissioned. And it says a number of images from my back catalog, his back catalog. So these were licensed for use in Sorcery. Now appear in the table card game Sorcery Contested Realm. This one, however, was commissioned, right? Like we were just talking about. This one was actually commissioned for the game. If you play the game, you will know that this card is of some importance, an avatar titled Arcamaggio. It forms part of the Arthurian Legends extension set. Amazing, man. So you scroll through. Let me see if he leaked anything here. Let me see. So you can imagine, could some of these be used for like an Atlas site? Certainly, right? Why not? Are there going to be more dragons to pair with Dragon Lord mini set? And there's some Gothic action. Like, look at this. Is this not the perfect marriage of a dragon with the Gothic undead? Look at it, man. It's got literally undead and a glorious dragon. So can the dragon interface with the undead or with demons somehow? I mean, it's just too fitting. All right, you got that. This one looks a little demonic in a way. Like the mortals battling demons or the undead. I mean, this skull one kind of really pops. Armageddon sings. Wow. I love the blurb that explains. He spoiled the whole calendar. It's amazing. Dude, a lot of these could work, man. These could be amazing. Oh, look at this, dude. Like title box fit right there, no problem. Game mechanic box is a little more lower profile because it's an Atlas site. Could be an Atlas site. God, he's such a great artist. Look at this. Dude. I don't know. Like the text box might cover these guys too much. I don't know. Maybe you do it with the head popping out. I mean, he did that with the Ian Miller you go to that one Ian Miller card, this one Ian Miller card was from a book cover, Smokestacks of Knack. There's all these like undead walking across the bottom here, which you don't see under the text box until you look at the full art. So, I mean, look at this. That could be an amazing spell card. This has some like Ian Miller type vibes with the trees. What a beautiful calendar. Design Sarah Matthews and Rodney Matthews, made in the UK. That's where Rodney lives. What a great guy, man. A great person, great artist. The guy played drums for Eric Clapton on tour. Freaking legend, man. Freaking legend, this guy. All right, 5 for Ziggly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I just checked the book. Arky isn't in it, but the same character design is in a larger artwork labeled as Merlin. Gotcha. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Rodney's super nice guy, man. Him and Sarah, they sent me like last year's calendar as a gift. Really nice. Really just great, sweet, genuine people. We need more people like that in this world, you know? Everyone's so freaking cutthroat, competitive, backstabbing, conniving, fucking manipulating. Shitty world out there, man. Everyone's hating on each other, choosing sides, very cultish, cliquish behavior, and everything. Certainly in TCGs, but all walks of life, man. It's really out of control. It's like, I don't know. There's this childhood innocence phase where everyone's cool, they're nice to each other, they hang out, they play, or they do their own thing, they leave each other alone, and then you turn into like absolute savages more and more as you go through freaking life. Everyone's like a conniving scumbag. You know? So when you find like good, nice people, it's very refreshing. At least Mike has 0 haters. Yeah. No one hates me. They just clone my ideas, and I don't know. I mean, I got that phone call from Ma. She changed the locks. She said, "Don't come home until you know how to play the game better." You filthy collector. You dirty collecting art loving bastard. Why don't you just tell the kids to beat it and play the freaking game, Mike? Grow up and play games. Just grow up and play games, you animal. You absolute animal. All right. One ordinary foil. Come on, Ziggly. We are due for some bangers. We hit a God box in the first box, and then the box 2 weeks ago. The box last week was all right. I think we hit a few elites. Oh, here we go. Amethyst core. All right, we'll take that. We'll take the core. We'll take the step dual land. That's a nice pack. Just as I was complaining and griping about the savagery in the world. Did I put these freaking pennies inside out again? Or upside down? All right, so we hit an amethyst core. Melissa Benson. She's got the core treatment, man. It's like the Moxes, right? And Sorcery. She's been holding on and selling those bad boys. What happened was one of my overhead lights, the mount like broke on it this week. So I'm using this other like ring light. So my lighting is a little different than usual. I don't know if you guys noticed. Oh, and a mix. All right, so 2 non-foils, but he hits 2 from the Alchemy 9 and back-to-back packs to finish off the pack. All right, man. Not bad. The children are smart. They'll stick around. You got the goods. I'm blessed to have a lot of paintings and old historical things. Is that smudge? What's up with this top loader? What's up with this freaking thing? Can you give the guy a smudge on the mix? Get out of here. Trash that one. All right, Mix Ignis. Yeah, if they're in the sorcery, they're going to inherit some pretty amazing grails. All right, Ziggly. Ziggly's out there in Europe. I don't know if he probably did not make it to watch live. All right, let me see how badly I messed this up. Ziggly. Did I take out his divider? Again. So I'm going to have to go do some research on the Ziggly collection. Oh, there it is. It's in the other row. All right. So I got Ziggly in row 2. Let me consolidate all his stuff. All right, and then we'll see how he did here. So he hit a mix and the core, non-foil, and the one foil was the Riptide. Only 5 packs. That's not bad for 5 packs. He probably did all right, given the cost of buy-in for that. So heating up a little bit, some high-end non-foils. And we're going to go back to the wheel. And we got 2 more. Koyubi. Also in Europe. And Roberto's usually makes it to the shows. Isn't super vocal. But he'll usually pipe in and announce his presence when he comes up on the wheel. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Hey-o! What's up, man? Glad you could make it and see it live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What an entrance. Hey-o! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right on cue, buddy. That's awesome, man. All right, and then Koyubi's going to get the last 9. But we did the blender format, so we mixed it up. It's completely randomized. The Yokai Kappas. Interesting, man, because it said I have early playtest cards. It says temporary art, but then he used it anyway. Really interesting history on that card. Cave Trolls. Yeah, man. That was hilarious. You were ready for it. You were ready. All right, I want to hit something insane. Self-same, awesome card. Where's the guy that collects all the self-sames? Has he been around? I saw him at Sorcery Con. It's weird, people like come in and out of Sorcery, it seems. There's like a surge around release. There's a big surge, massive engagement surge on the Sorcery community group, especially around release of Dragonlord. And now it's kind of like, it feels like we're in lull territory. You go to all the Discord channels, all the different Discord groups, and it's really like kind of quiet. So people are busy. I mean, there's been a lot of play events, these like pretty decent, modest size. Yeah, it's a ghost town, Big Willie. Big time ghost town. We need more memes, maybe. It's like nothing happening on all the Discords. Oh, the Seer. The face of the group. And did we hit 2 duels back to back? 2 Marta Molina duels. Lighthouse and Oasis. So yeah, as I was saying, there's been all these like play events going on. Decent size, for a new game, like up to 30 people typically. It's not bad for like a local regional event. And I don't know, I think they announced there's like 150-ish stores around the world that are hosting play events. Again, decent. I mean, I don't know if that's like phenomenal numbers, but it's certainly like way better than Grim Reaper, than where it was a year ago. So I think we've certainly seen growth, which is good. Just is that growth going to endure throughout a year? Jesus, to check like so many cards for curious. Will it endure like for a full year, or will people like float in and disappear and come back and maybe sometimes not come back? That's the worst, when you like develop a connection with someone, you really like people, they're active, you talk with them every day in the Discords or in the Facebook community group, and then they kind of just like fade off into the sunset, or at best wait till the next release, or maybe you get to meet them at an event. That's really great. But it's a virtual world in between events. Trying to shoot the shit with people. Silver Valkyries. Boss Troll. We're hitting a record number of boss trolls. But Roberto's, man, you got 3 more. We got to hit some foils for you. Really weird and random because we mixed up the box. But we haven't had crazy streaky foils, really. You hit like an insane amount of dual sites. So that's pretty good. I think those are going to age well. They're not like as rare, certainly, as like the duels and because they're exceptional rarity and stuff. They're not like the same as Magic Revised or earlier. Oh, here we go. I think I got a foil in this pack finally. Oh, what is it going to be? Can we salvage your haul here? Oh, it's a unique, dude. You hit a unique. All right, the Doomsday Prophet. There it is, dude. That like saved your whole entire thing because you paid 32 per pack, 10 packs, $320. I mean, most alpha foils are at least like 200 to 250. So this is kind of like you hit a unique foil and it's like basically a slam dunk break even worst case scenario, right? So in the last 2 packs. All right. Did we hit any? I think the last box had no unique foils in it. So it's kind of interesting, right? It's kind of like hit or miss sometimes. It's not always a guarantee. You get like I thought it was like maybe it is like 0 to 2 per box, as they say, but maybe more on average 1 to 2. But yeah, great hit, dude. And then okay, I got another foil. You got another foil here. What is it? Oh, it was another teaser. I thought it could have been the Philo Stone. It's a Sandstorm. What a freaking artwork, man. This one and Mirage by Drew Tucker, it's nuts. Both are insane artworks. So striking. Let me, again, like mess with this light. It's worse, probably. I don't know, dude. This light is I mean this artwork is really phenomenal. I mean, Drew's a really talented creative guy. Buy a limp. All right, so you got a Frazetta. Feel like we haven't been hitting many Frazettas at all lately, so that's great to see that. All right, always get excited at Sandstorm, thinking it's a piece down. I know, man. Exactly. I really thought that was it. Darude. What does that mean? What does that even mean? All right, so you hit a unique and an ordinary foil, and you hit like a freaking like record number of dual sites. All right, so I have 5 packs from you from last week. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? So like last time you hit the exceptional foil dragonettes. You only did 5 packs last time. So let me consolidate all your stuff together. And there you got 15. See if you come back next week. I'll over the weekend, I guess I'll open the next break for next week. I like to do that the full week lead time because then we're usually sold out by like early to midweek, ideally. Everyone can pay and then get it scheduled, get it announced, and good to go. All right, so Koyubi gets his obligatory spin. Oh, Darude Sandstorm? I don't know that song, I don't think. 3, 6, 9. You'll love when it works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4. Koyubi. All right, guys. We might get this done in well under 2 hours tonight. Oh, but you know what? I was gonna. Whatever. Should I make it a shorter show tonight, and then more people will watch it afterwards, or should I not give a shit about that? And if you guys want to hang out, I'll show you some playtest cards. Let me know if you want to see some early development playtest cards, just like the elemental avatars that I just auctioned. If you guys want to do that, I'll crack open the deck, maybe try to organize them a bit, and then any duplicates, maybe I'll offer a few. So I was thinking about that. Like these early development playtest cards are really special, unique, very rare collectibles. But I have like a very nice collection of them. So I want to have like all of the historical stuff. Like I don't want to give up anything I only have like a single copy of. But if I have duplicates, then I was thinking to myself, like maybe I would like trade it, like sell some or trade for alpha curios that I'm missing or that certain ones that I love, even if it's a duplicate. Or like part of a painting deal. It might not be straight up, but it could be like cards and cash type offers for the right piece or the right curio, things like that, you know? So sorry guys, I got to hold it higher so the camera can autofocus. Different lighting, getting used to. Maybe I'll just buy a replacement light. The light itself is fine, but the stand is jacked up. I'll have to look it up. See if I can buy just the stand Cornerstone, 7 League Boots. The Boots. The Boots. All right. So we hit one unique. Can we hit a second unique for Koyobi in this box? And what is it going to be? All right, we got a dark one. Reminds me of the Liz Danforth card. Oh, the True Sight crossbow. Only pulled that a couple times. It's a very beautiful, striking background. She did a phenomenal job on this one. And the foil really brings this art to life. It's an interesting piece, right? Because it's kind of like... is Art Deco the right word? It's like imagine like owning this painting. Like, where would you hang this? You got to have like one of those like colorful, creative homes, right? It's a different kind of painting. It's like a true, straight up game art, right? In the context of the game, it looks super cool and awesome and interesting, and it serves a purpose. But it's not like outside of the game. It would be like an interesting piece to hang in your home. Very artsy, which is cool in a different way. I don't know. Yeah, hang it upside down like that. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. Good call, Big Willie. The foiling really pops on those bolts. Yeah, they did a nice job on that one. Eric puts a lot of love and care into that foil treatment, man, I'll tell you. Like some of these cards, like Shardbugs is doing some really interesting experimental foiling with some of their cards and different styles that look really great. But I like this style too of like being meticulous about doing the work to accent certain elements of the painting. The Great Lord of Unland from Jesse Pilkus. Great painting. Riptide. All right, so Riptide. I'm going to sleeve that up. All right, guys. Almost through the box. Did anybody say they want to see those playtest cards? Does anybody care? I'm not that active as much as I want to be. I work a lot. The low is real on this game. Yeah, dude. It really is. It really is. It's not healthy, in my opinion. I think like anyone that kind of says like, oh, it's more of a casual game. It's kind of like a side game. Like you do it on the side and whatever, you leave, you come back. I mean, that's a little too lax and willy-nilly for me. I like to enjoy the hobby all year round, you know? And like part of that is conversing with people and having people around to talk to, hang out with. I mean, there's a handful of guys in every Discord that are in the Discord every single day talking. There's certainly plenty of lurkers, which I can understand and appreciate because it is like a big waste of time to dick around on socials all the time. So some people are very more productive in their normal lives outside of the social interwebs. All right, guys. One more pack. We hit one unique foil. It was the Doomsday Prophet was the highlight of the box. No curios tonight. Looks like we got a foil on this one. Hit a good number of foils. Is it the Sea Serpent? The Sea Serpent, Modesty. Oh, that's another thing I was going to show you guys. I have, so I showed you some of the artist proofs. We could look at artist proofs. I might just photograph those and post them because I showed all of the Arthurian Legends Andrea Modesti artist proofs last week, but I also have a bunch of alpha artist proofs from Modesti. So I could offer those up to people. So I'll do those. I usually do those early access direct sale through Patreon, but I think I've posted and listed those before. So I might just do open claim for those right out of the gate. Usually the first time early access windows exclusive offers are for first time offers, exclusives. So it's one of the benefits of the Patreon. All kinds of unpredictable things come up, offers and things and deals and opportunities throughout the year in the Patreon. So it's hard to prescribe what the value prop is exactly. It evolves. It's discounts on playmats, on breaks, on first early access to embellished prints, and all kinds of stuff, man. Really, like paintings. I actually have 2 paintings available for direct sale on Patreon from Lindsay Crummett. So let me pull that up. Actually, I'll show you guys because it was open for exclusive access early claim to Patreon supporters, and I'm going to open it up probably this weekend as well. So here you have the 2 paintings. Is it Funeral Pyre for this one? Let me see. I'm going to forget the names of the pieces. Yeah, Funeral Pyre. And the other one is Giant Killer. There they are, right next to each other on the Collector Art House website. So that's the original painting. This is just kind of like a staging frame. She's not going to ship it with the frame. This is just real basic frame. You'll want to do different framing. So here you go. Hang on a second. The details of this piece are in the listing. They're 12 by 16. So a really nice size, you know? So think of an 8 by 12 or 8 by 11 and a half, whatever freaking regular sheet of paper is. 12 by 16 is significantly larger than that. You know, so you're alongside 12, and then 16 is real nice sizable piece. Canvas, it could be hung as is. It's oil on stretch canvas, so it's stretched on board, like I showed you with the Vivian piece at the start of the show. So you could hang it as is, or you can bed it in a frame like this. You get a frame. So you got that one, and the Giant Killer is a really cool, fun, flavorful piece here, you know, and it's really awesome looking. These look really great. I own the Seasoned Sellsword. I don't know if you guys can see it. I got the Seasoned Sellsword original painting in the background. That is probably, is that a 12 by 16? I bet that's about the size that these pieces are. That's about 50. That's also framed, actually. Yeah, more or less. Because I do have that one seated in a frame. So that one might be about that size. That might be slightly larger or might be the same. I'm not certain. But gives you an idea of the size of that piece. It's back. I mean, it's so far back that you can't even tell. But we got that. Asking price on those is $2,500, right? So we just had the Jussie Pilkis, which is more of like an 8 by 11-ish, smaller piece than these. And it's on like art paper, right? So this is a more premium medium. This is oil on stretch canvas, which is nice. It really preserves well over time and looks really great. Stretch canvas is always awesome. Yeah, $2,500. The Jussie one just sold for $2,600, so it's kind of like in the neighborhood for Arthurian. All right, guys. Sorry. Pass that. I'm freaking black out of here. 11 o'clock. Did you guys want to see the playtest cards or not? Not a single person commented about the playtest cards. We got here. We got the Blasted Oak, Flood, the Avatars. I got to set those aside for the winner. Oh, we're going to have the Sketch Curio, Eric's Curiosa Alpha Sketch Curio coming auction at some point. The Near Miss is even more rare as a sample card. Vivian and Atlas Thorn artwork. So a lot of great opportunities coming up. You guys want to see the playtest? Is anyone out there? Is anyone still awake? Let's look at a few of them. Playtest cards. So again, these are just like the Red Zone Road cards. Eric printed them in New Zealand. Gave these to someone who was helping with the game early on. These are the cards that they were playtesting with. So you can see I have quite a few. We got Mikhail, Pompetti, Rattlesnakes. So let me just match up some artists. We'll see if we have duplicates. Mikhail, Easily. Oh, that's a great one. Ball Lightning by Pollock. Vasily, the Will-o'-the-Wisp, more Easily. Wow, that's pretty interesting. The splash damage on that early fireball. That was super cool. Flash Fires. Flash Fires by Brian Smith? Dude, it's Matthias Frisk painting. So again, so raw in the early days, the templating. It's just like so much change. This is early playtest, man. Wow, what a discovery. Right on the spot there. I knew it right away when I saw that. Francesca Berald, Drew Tucker, the Unland Angler, Pompetti. Didn't we have a Pompetti before? Yeah. All right. Oh, all right. So some are signed for Providence by the guy that Eric gave these to that was helping with the game. So we got Mikhail Nagy Paul. All right, the Brog Dignab. Dan's gonna want that one. The Midnight Rogue. Where's my Elvira Shakarova pile? All right, so I got a couple of those. So that's a card I could offer. Adam Burke, Francesca. Ooh, the Hounds of Honduras. That's epic. Swan Maidens. Asi Haikala. More Elvira. So the thing is, I had him sign the ones where he wrote the flavor text. So these Deep Sea Mermaid says, wondrous beauty lies hidden beneath. Submerged Genesis, draw a spell. So he wrote that flavor text. And a lot of that was changed by the time they got the final production. Looks like he wrote this one. Just put one foot in front of the other. For the Rimland Nomads who's just walking across like a fire desert. That's pretty funny. I mean, that's part of the fun. Like, if you think about like Guardian CCG, the lighthearted nature of it, the fun really adds a lot of flavor. I got a Melissa Benson. The last free land lies under the sea. Very nice. Lindsay. Ooh, Andrea Modesti. You know, that's my guy. Andrea. We got Dan Seagrave. This one was interesting because this is an artwork that was not used in the game for Upwelling, right? I think that ended up being an Alan Pollock artwork that was used. Reality flows with the tide of time. Upwelling. Elvira Polakowska. Very cool. Super popular artist. Francesca Berald. Hearth and Heart Will Tremble. The Mountain Giants. You got Melissa Benson, Plume Pegasus. I had a Benson Coral Reef, Harpy. Cloud Spirit. So I got a dupe of those from Mikhail. Consolidate my Mikhail pile. Got the Longbowman. Jussie Pilkus, Swamp Buffaloes. All right, so Lethal Black Scorpions. They wait and watch with eyes of soot. All right, what did he say here for the cave trolls? This will be interesting. We dug, we lug, we scoff up the bug, we bore, we gore, we snore for the ore. Trollish working song. Dude, that's fun, man. I think they ended up changing that one. I don't know why they changed some of these. They had some great early flavor text. It was really cool. There's my Drew Tucker. Ooh, blank. My guy Sean would love that. He loves Francesca. All right. Pompetti, Sandworm. There it is. So here you go. Doomsday Prophet. This was the unique foil we just pulled in Alpha. The end is nigh. And I think that did stay. But it was an elite mortal, prognosticating the end. So they changed this from elite to unique. Magic damage near the prophet is doubled. Wow. So let's go to Doug Kovac's page on the Collector Art House website. Nearby units take double damage except from strikes. The end is nigh. All right, so that's flavor text that was retained, which is cool. Did I have a Kovacs pile? Not sure that I did. Fireball. I think we saw that. So we have an extra easily Fireball. That's pretty cool. Where did I put my Easleys? Sorting's tough, man. Need one of those sorting machines that are coming out. It's a lot of work to sort. All right, Lindsay, Snow Leopard. Brian Smith. There's an actual Brian Smith, the Devil's Egg. That's a banger. So I guess I'll put it on the fake Brian Smith pile. Asi Haikala. Wow, the Grandmaster Wizard. There's a card. That one didn't change a lot. Interesting. Draw 3 spells. Genesis. The Grandmaster. Draw cards are always strong. Where did I put the... yeah. I need to get some food. That's a problem. All right. Vincent Pompetti. Pompetti. Lost my Pompetti pile. Doomsday Device. Cave Trolls. All right. We got some easily. I'm just going to go through now. So I got a few duplicates from Elvira Polakowska. We have the Rimland Nomads. The Doomsday Device. Ooh, a Severin. Autumn Unicorn. Beautiful. Swamp Buffalo. I think I have a couple of those. Oh, there's another blank from Francesca Berald. See what I mean with the temp art? So just like the Red Zone Rogue cards, Eric wrote temp art on both of those. Oh, it is different art. Yeah, use different artwork for the Yokai Kappas. Wow. Dude, this is a big card, guys. That is a banger. Wow. That is a standout for sure. Because that's artwork that's not in the game. And it's freaking wild art, man. I gotta see if I could find that original by Gadu Duaso. Dude, are we gonna see Gadu? For God's sake, for the love of God, are we going to see Gadu in Gothic? We have to, right? I got to reach out to Gadu, man. He hasn't been around. I don't know. I wonder what he's been up to. I don't know if he got burnt out from social media. He used to be like super active. I don't know, man. I'm missing Gadu now, thinking about him. We'll have him on the show or something if he's willing to. I haven't talked to him in ages. All right, guys. That Yokai Kappas. Dude, that is a freaking card. Realign these. Yeah, I think he's going to have the Lord of Lies. Finally. Epic sample card. Pre-alpha. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you. I do have the half-size play tokens as well. The foot soldiers. Those are really cool. Don't see too much Japanese influence in the alpha set. Yeah, man. Every time I talk to Ed Bear Jr., he's like, Gadu, man. When he talks about the game, he's like, they got that cultural art, from the Philippines. Super cool. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out, man, every Friday night. It's a lot of fun for me to do these, and thank you guys that participate in the break. I'm zooming out because I want to end off here. Again, paying homage to... Thank you. Congratulations to Vivian Calazans for getting into Legend CCG. And huge congrats as well to the master, the absolute legend, Atlas Thorn. This guy is on another level than us mere mortals. This is a painting that I'm holding. It's not a photograph. It's not like a digital image from some anime or animated movie. This was painted by a human being. And it's like freaking out of this world. Like mind-bogglingly great. It's absurd. The medium, did you put it on the back? No, he didn't say. He always signs in the lower left tastefully, Atlas Thorn. The medium, I can figure that out by going to, because he's done the same medium for all his pieces. So if I go to the website, check this out, guys. I'm going to go back to the Facebook group. And let me go here. All right, so what we're going to do is go to the group. And we're going to search for... Is it legal to play? Sample cards? I don't know about that. Yeah, Atlas Thorn. I was looking for him earlier. So Atlas Thorn, posted by you, meaning me in this case. All right, so what's the last painting we offered from Atlas Thorn? It was the one with the owl. Oh, this was a beautiful, beautiful painting. So there's Atlas. Yeah, sold for $2,200. That piece, and I think the other one was like around that level too, like around 2,000. These are like just like absolutely insanely stunning pieces. The guys, look at this painting, guys. Look how vivid that is, and like immaculately detailed. I mean, this guy's a national treasure. Aqueduct, he did an altar to match it. Freaking look at this guy. He's just like on another level. How do people do these things? 16 by 20, oil on board. So oil paintings. And it's on like this, so you could tell from the overhead cam, it's on this board. Board. Finally, we got there. So it's on this like panel board, right? It's like kind of, it's thick, very sturdy. So really safe to ship. And it frames beautifully. I mean, this is beautiful, gorgeous work of art. I'd kill to see like more of his work in the game. This one really also has more of like it's a beautiful mix of like this innocent creature, this little critter here, and it has like this cultural vibe to it too, right? So as we're doing Explorer series out there doing a tournament, the cornerstones. I mean, it feels real symbolic of the time and the era we're in Sorcery right now, which is great because like anytime you can make a connection with a painting to memories and things going on in your life at that time, it holds meaning and purpose, and it becomes more enjoyable for the long haul over time. And it reminds me of one of his artworks, one of his towers that he did. Right, if I go to the tower, I did a behind the art article. So now, if I go back to the Collector Art House site and go to Sorcery Behind the Art, then I scroll down because I think it was the most recent one that I had done. It's quite a. Oh no, I had done Hot Wheel actually. So, and we don't have the card for that. At least I didn't have a good picture of it, so I just used the painting. Sold the painting recently. So if we click on Atlas's cards, The Towers by Atlas Thorne, there was one here. Oh, look at these freaking. Oh my god! Look at the altars, guys. This was his first altar that we offered together. I might have to reacquire this. I mean, this is freaking. Look at this thing. This was the first one ever. It has special meaning. It's beautiful. It's a touching piece. All right, so those are all Atlas altars that he did. And he did these 3 paintings for Sorcery, commissioned by Eric Olson for Sorcery Contested Realm. And the one that's like here we go. Kind of this maybe has some of those vibes in a way. It's very different for sure. But this piece here had to do with one of the regions. He said, so for Dark Tower, the original direction from Eric was a Japanese-style tower with Australian red rock. As I worked, so they were trying to use these for the Cornerstone events, right, to symbolize the different regions that this would be, and that these events would happen, right? So for the Dark Tower, the original direction from Eric was a Japanese-style tower with Australian red rock. As I worked on sketches, Eric asked for the Singaporean element included, but at that time we were sure we didn't want to just add an exact replica of the super trees to an otherwise arid landscape. So they worked together on this concept, and there it is, man. I think Eric has these 3 paintings. I don't know what he's going to do with it. I thought they would maybe give it away as prize support. So what I speculate is, if I had to guess, oh shit, my computer just died. Oh, I don't know what happened to my screen share there, but if I had to guess, I think what he might do is offer those at the Worlds. What if they were the top prize for like the top 3 in the Worlds event next year? I think that I think that's what's going to happen, because I think that's going to. I should make a video on this. I want to be on record speculating about this. I think we're going to have these cornerstone events throughout the world, in Asia, in Europe, in Australia, New Zealand, in the Americas, North and South, Canada, which is Northern North America. I was joking on the Discords the other day. So these people are going to come from all around the world. The 3 towers symbolize those cornerstone events around the world. And what if you can go to the capstone event, the Worlds, and win the original painting from Atlas Thorne? Oh, my computer's like jacked. Somehow, am I still alive? Am I even live right now? Someone say something. I don't know if my computer just died, but like my overhead cam shot. It's like a still image. So that's not live anymore. I don't know, man. We might have got disconnected. So I guess I'm going to end the stream, but I thank you guys all very much for tuning in, and please stay tuned. I might try to do some recorded content here and there, but I'm really enjoying the lives. Oh, still good. Okay. Somehow my like one screen bombed over here. But yeah, as I say, like, appreciate you guys hanging out. Check out my YouTube channel, the Patreon, the Sorcery community group, the Collector Art House Discord. The links are always in my videos. go to my link tree and find all the links. You can find some of the links individually in the show notes and whatnot. But yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out, and hope you all have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care.